What's going on, guys? It's time to see who caught my eye and earned my money for the month of March. And to start us off, we have Kickstarter. I have Black Phantom Holy Terror number 1. And I really enjoyed the first Black Phantom that I read. And so this was kind of a no-brainer for me. I'm like, okay, hey, I'm going to check out the second one, see where else we go with this one. Um, and so I expect very big things from that one. And then we have Human, the Song of Funnet, I believe is how it's pronounced. Um, this one's a little interesting. So, Human is an interactive comic book series centered around 7 human children who are being raised by species that replaced the humans. And this is a choose your adventure kind of story, and I've never really read one of these. They seem interesting, but I don't really know how to approach them from a critical standpoint, seeing as it's kind of all focused on me. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing a review on this one. Um, Now, I backed it because of who it was written by. It was written by Anthony Mormon, who did the 415 series that I'm a pretty big fan of. And so I figured, if I'm going to give it a shot, let's check it out with the writer I'm familiar with. And if I don't like it, hey, that's maybe just not my thing. And so uh, you may or may not see reviews on this one. I really don't know how I'm going to approach that one yet. So this is a very, very interesting one, and hopefully I will be able to do something as far as getting my thoughts on it out there. The next one I have is The Lion of Olympus. Now, this is a story about Hercules and those who want him dead. So I just I got one of those feelings as to what's not to like about that. Um, love like Greek mythology stuff, and so you're pairing it with somebody who's familiar, like Hercules, and just telling other stories like that. That sounds like something that would be right up my alley. Um, then we have Confederate Monsters number 5. And I have yet to read any of the other ones. I'm basically just trying to make sure that I keep up with the series because I do have a really good feeling on it. So, I should be getting to the Confederate Monster series soon enough. So hopefully I can actually just kind of tuck this one in and I can just add it to the other 4 that I have. And then to end our Kickstarter journey here, we have Project Nemesis Episode 6. Now, this is the biggest no-brainer of no-brainers. I love Project Nemesis. I have everything that Paul Thayer has to offer. And if you've seen all of my reviews on it, you know that this is one of my top series as is. So talk about a no-brainer. This was one of the easiest ones for me to do. It's like, oh, hey, another one. Knock it out. So, but that ends it for Kickstarter. I don't have anything on Indiegogo or Fund My Comic this month. So the last one we have is on Rippaverse. And we have Zaylin, What Kills Must Die. Now, plain and simple, this is written by Chuck Dixon. And so that right there, that is enough. That is all I need to go, here's my money. I am going to back it. I will say that I do have just a touch of skepticism on this one, just because of it being like the cosmic stories. They don't always appeal to me. They're very hit and miss as far as what works for me, even among writers that I do tend to like. One of the things that come to my mind was the one from Mike Barron, the Nexus one. I like Mike Barron's work, but that one just didn't grab me. And I know I started like somewhere in between, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe starting at the beginning with Zaylin here might help that as well. But I don't know. We will find out. But yeah, Chuck being attached to this, that pure and simple why I backed it right off the bat. And speaking of another Chuck Dixon project, we have The Great War of Separation number 2. And I knew that I was going to be back in this one the second I finished the first one. because I really did like this. This was somewhere in like third, maybe fourth place as far as what the Rippaverse has to offer. I still like Horseman and Alpha Core more, but this one was right there with Bloodruth as far as fighting for that third spot as far as what is offered from the Rippaverse. And I'm waiting to dig more into what divided the country in the Rippaverse world. So, but that is it for the month of March. I think we got some really good stuff here, and yeah, we're off to a pretty good start with April. So hopefully that continues along as well. So, but that is all I have for today, guys. So until next time, take care and God bless.